Greetings everyone. So I wanted to talk about something that is really interesting, and I have seen a lot of players are doing this mistake, in which is taking the basic stat skills when it comes to the beast. So you see the beast has many skills in here. Some skills gives you raw stats, just like an attack and defense and these stuff, health, whatever. And some gives you a resistance to a specific type of troops or a damage versus a type of troops, and this is why you need to be super careful when it comes to picking up your skills, because you might be have wasting really an opportunity to become way much stronger. So in general there are a couple of builds. One of the builds is if you want to be generally strong versus everyone, or if you want to resist from a multiple sources of damages. So for example, let's take this as a banda. It might not apply to you, but this is how you would build actually a banda. So the major thing about the banda here is it gives you a damage reduction buff to your infantry and one more troop. So what you need to do with that is you would stack more damage reduction buffs, not damage increase. As you can see here, there are 3 damage increase, which is wrong build when it comes to banda, unless you are specifically fighting say one troop type. In Elite War, for example, if the major general or the strongest player on that team, say he's a magician, he's playing with mage, so there is no point of adding mage and archer. Okay, but even though archer's resistance is freaking great, but again, if the players are generally you are fighting are very weak, but they hold, like, let's say their top player is a mage, it is more advised to have a very strong resistance versus that troop type. So in this case we are going to pick the resistance of magic. But if they are an average team, which means they are say a mix of archers, a mix of mages, and basically their top players are a mix of these, then yeah, you would definitely pick, for example, switch the angel here and try to pick one of those things. This works especially not for infantry, and let me explain to you why. If you are cavalry, then yeah, it is fine for you to pick the anti-mage damage. But if you are an infantry, you can just pick steel skin, which adds resistance to the archers, and then pick the resistance to mages. Allow me to explain why I did not pick that, because if you are in the end game, and I'm not talking about general players here, I'm talking about commanders builds who are like your whale or your mid spender, your strong guy. If you are a couple of years into the game and you go into infantry, you will see that some players has already this interfere skill unlocked, which literally shares all the damage that has been done by the angels to your backline. So if you took this skill, there is absolutely no point of you taking angel reduction here. That's why we prefer to go mage resist and archer resist versus if you are an infantry player. Not only because of that, because of the banda skill itself reinforces the reductions. It becomes so crazy. So stacking defense, then reductions, and then the skill here, the talents, which adds here, I think this one, yes, it increases 2 of your troops defense and reduces damage by 24%. All of these literally stacks allows you to deal a lot more damage and stay relevant in the battle. Again, this is way much better if you are an archer player more than a mage player. The reason is, if you are more tanky in the battle, you will allow your archers to keep spamming two of the most broken skills in the game, the split arrow and the rain of arrow. These skills are freaking crazy because the rain of arrow, first of all, it's a pure damage, and the split arrow mimics the damage that you are attacking with front line and can even hit back line if you get rid. It really depends on your luck, but that's how we usually build it when it comes to resistance. Now let's say you are not banda. You're not a banda user. You are, like, say you are this bunny user, or if you are dragon, what picks should you do? In these cases, I would definitely pick up something that allows me to kill and reach the backline faster, even though archer resistance is really decent. But the rare stats here is called anti-angels. It is really very hard to find anti-angels on other bots, and usually players does not pick that because it's rare, you know. But this is actually very crazy nice because it allows all of the damage you deal to angels to be like to kill the angel. If you kill the angels, you will be able to definitely reach out the backline faster. And this build is not for a banda user. Why? Again, because it doesn't synchronize well with the skill. If you try to change into dragon or something, you will get buffed by critical damage, allows you to deal more damage, and it adds to all of these damage increase, allowing you to dash crazy damage. Even if you decided to pick for the pony, even though I'm not much a fan of it, but it still will have a much better effect than picking up the banda. Now let's say you as a Phoenix user, what are you supposed to do? I don't think there is really much to it, but again, I would definitely go back to the following. I will stay and take the anti-cavalry, the anti-infantry, but this time I will switch and go into steel skin. Why? Again, because Phoenix is sort of balanced and it requires angel, and to be honest guys, angel so far is so garbage, unless maybe Camel will release an update for it, but that's basically the skills I'm picking. And yeah, you see I'm having other type of stats, for example like this one. I don't really recommend. I only recommend that you pick up like force expansion, anti-angels, or this only is for cavalry, but if you are in the game infantry, you have way much better than this skill already, because the infantry itself takes a lot of damage away from angel damage. Otherwise look, even this one I ignore. I only go with the reactions and damage increases in most cases, so you don't really have to upgrade all of these. And even if you said this was a long time ago, but I have tested all of these skills, and literally the damage increase and damage reduction is way ahead really. That's guys, and have a wonderful day.